Those bracelets change color in response to fear. So much suffering. You don't even know what to be afraid of yet. Fear what you will become, and become what you fear.
What? Who the fuck is quoting poetry?
Are you afraid? You can tell me. Talk to me.
I'm no lab rat. She can stick it right up her all-seeing ass.
But if we've been infected with something...
That bitch stuck a needle in me?
Just put it out of your head. Redfield, walk with me.
Fear is so primal. It is the essential survival mechanism which triggers the fight or flight response. This is when the amygdala detects danger or perceived danger and floods the body with hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. These increase your heart rate, make you sweat, and shuts down non-essential functions to help you manage the threat. Fear and memory are so closely linked together, and no one quite really understands this better than the villain of Resident Evil Revelations 2. Our story begins with Claire Redfield, now a senior member of anti-bioterror organization TerraSave. She's attending a commemoration party for new recruit Moira Burton, daughter of Barry Burton, also a fellow survivor of the Raccoon City incident, much like Claire.
Reporting for duty, Ms. Redfield.
Claire and a senior member of TerraSave, Neil Fisher, talk about Moira's recruitment when suddenly, the event is attacked by unknown assailants. They capture multiple members of TerraSave, but not before injecting them with an experimental virus known as T-Phobos. Claire regains consciousness in a dilapidated prison, realizing she has an electronic bracelet on her wrist. She finds Moira and they begin their escape. While Claire eventually finds a gun and arms herself, Moira is hesitant as she has a severe phobia of firearms.
You need a gun too, Moira.
No, I really don't. Sorry, I don't do firearms.
Not after what happened.
Shit, I'm sorry. I forgot. Maybe we can find you something else.
She recalls a moment from her childhood when she and her younger sister Polly were playing. They were unsupervised and Moira ended up getting into Barry's gun cabinet. She ended up firing the gun by accident, and this caused Polly a severe injury. Polly survived the incident, but this caused a rift between Moira and Barry. Moira instead arms herself with a flashlight.
Guess I'm on light duty.
While making their way through the prison, they find multiple letters and reports that allude to multiple men, women, and children being kidnapped and experimented on. They also find out that the electronic bracelet is keeping track of the amount of fear the infected individual experiences. As they near their escape, a mysterious voice emanates from the bracelet. She claims to be the Overseer and shows a strong interest in the works of Franz Kafka, especially in regards to oppressive authority and the themes of transformation.
Are you afraid? You can tell me. Talk to me.
Claire and Moira eventually escape the prison, only to be greeted by the Overseer once more, telling them to go to the Vasek, the place where life begins.
You must go to the Vasek, where life begins.
They find a radio tower and Moira begins an emergency transmission while Claire climbs to the top, realizing that they are stranded on a island.
Shit! One more time. My name is Moira Burton.
Oh, God. What is this place?
Elsewhere, led by Neil Fisher, the other survivors of TerraSave make their way to the Vasek as well, where they regroup with Claire and Moira.
Yo, Fernandez, check it.
Is this the place? The Vasid? Whatever?
Yeah. Where life begins.
Gabe?
Redfield. You're alive.
All right, get up.
The abandoned fishing village offers a moment of respite for our survivors. That is, until they once more hear the voice of the Overseer. She tells them that they are being watched at all times and that they are infected with the T-Phobos virus. The virus remains dormant in the body up until the host feels extreme amounts of fear, which causes them to mutate, turning into the infected, much like the ones that they have been fighting against this entire time. She also alludes to looking for someone who can resist the mutation, someone who does not let the fear take over. After this revelation, Gabriel tells Claire that he's found a helicopter and that they can use it to escape once they find enough fuel. This plan is short-lived, and they are once more attacked by the infected, with Pedro mutating and succumbing to the virus. Neil appears and helps Claire and Moira escape.
You know, I'm glad you're okay. Gabe said you guys got split up.
Yeah, but I run fast. Gym membership.
After getting separated from Neil, Claire and Moira end up finding a little girl in a factory.
High up. That's gotta be it.
It's that girl!
Yeah. Wait! It's okay. Don't be scared.
This is Natalia Korda, a survivor of a bioterror attack which claimed the lives of her parents. Realizing that the transmissions from the Overseer are most likely coming from the ominous tower in the middle of the island, the trio make their way there.
Come on.
It's open.
Wow, what service? That's a really cute bear. Is he your friend?
Lottie's a sheep. The nice man gave her to me.
What nice man.
The Terra Saver guy. He saved me when I was little.
I wonder if anyone from TerraSave didn't get caught.
That is until Gabe appears and the helicopter is intercepted by the Overseer.
Oh, my dear little Gregor. That's cheating.
Damn it! God damn it, come on!
Gabe.
No!
Gabe, get out of there!
My escape is death, but not this one.
In the middle of all the commotion, Natalia is kidnapped. Claire and Moira make their way underground and find a survivor, one of the original residents of the island, who helps them into the passageway leading to the Overseer's Tower.
Fuck. Is he with TerraSave?
I not know this thing you are speaking.
No bracelet. Why don't you have a bracelet?
Do I look like a woman to you?
Holy shit, old man. You don't know what's going on? You've got to get out of here before it's too late.
Never. I stay my home. Now go away.
Here, they find evidence that Neil Fisher was the one in contact with the Overseer.
Barton, Chavez, Redfield? It's got all our names on it. He sold TerraSave out.
Claire, I'm really sorry. Hey, look.
And the reason why they were kidnapped in the first place. They find CCTV footage of Neil being injected with an experimental virus by the Overseer.
Now it's your turn to fulfill your end of... What did you...
You wanted an Ouroboros sample, now you've got it.
Claire? Are you crying?
No. I'm just learning to see a little more clearly. Neil?
Claire and Moira come face to face with Neil, who begins to rapidly mutate.
Ouroboros!
After fighting Neil, Claire and Moira make their way into the elevator when suddenly they're attacked. Neil incapacitates Claire, leaving Moira the only one who can fight back.
Neil! Where did we go wrong?
You could help me. It's not too late.
Claire! Holly! Don't die!
Oh my god!
Moira!
You're not supposed to be in here! How could you...
Dad's going! Don't you make it off!
Don't call an ambulance!
Moira!
You did it.
Claire. Don't scare me like that again.
Having pushed through her trauma, Moira saves Claire, and they make their way up into the Overseer's Tower. However, it's now revealed that Natalia is unconscious inside a chamber within the Overseer's laboratory, up in her tower. She descends down as Claire and Moira make their way up.
So good night, my darling. Sleep well. All this time wasted. My whole life has been a prelude to this. My true birth.
Time to meet the cause of our misery.
What is this place?
Doesn't matter. Let's find the Overseer.
Look at the video feeds. We've been through most of these areas.
And she's been watching our every step.
Claire and Moira make their way into the Overseer's living quarters, where they find out that she is experimenting with a memory transfer procedure in which her digitized consciousness is transferred into a new vessel. This means their mind needs to be able to handle an intense amount of fear. This is why the T-Phobos virus was used to be able to find someone who's mentally capable of the transfer procedure. Natalia is able to withstand a high amount of fear, not only because she saw her parents die in the bioterror attack, but because there is something unique about her biology. Several other notes of the Overseer show that she has a love-hate relationship with Franz Kafka's Metamorphosis, a story in which she relates to the protagonist Gregor. She claims she is carrying on the life work of her superior. Claire and Moira ascend the tower and finally come face to face with the Overseer.
We meet at last.
You came all this way just to say goodbye? Oh, I'm touched. It's already done. I've conquered fear and earned the right to become a god.
Come out from behind that glass so I can choke a god.
All that remains is one final test. One last threshold to cross.
Is she even listening to us?
My brother's escape was death. And soon, it will be mine as well. I will share in his fate, and then I will surpass him.
What are you trying to do?
Escape.
Just like that.
An emergency self-destruct sequence is activated once the Overseer shoots herself. Claire and Moira try to escape.
Back to the elevator. Hurry! Claire!
Seeing that there is no other option to help Moira, Claire takes a leap of faith, plunging deep into the depths of the water below. Six months pass. Claire is found and is taken
Claire,
to rehabilitation.
Open your eyes. Claire, wake up! Claire.
Barry?
What happened to Moira? Was Moira with you?
And Barry finally now has the coordinates to find his missing daughter. Using Moira's earlier transmission, Barry is able to find the island.
I'm here, baby. Please be alive.
When he arrives, he finds Natalia. She convinces him to let her come along. and they proceed to go to the tower.
You can't just leave me.
No. No. It's too dangerous for you to come along.
I'm not gonna be any safer here.
Is there a little girl on this planet that will listen to me?
All right, stay close. You're with me now. Come on.
Natalia is suffering from amnesia due to the memory transfer procedure, but is still able to offer Barry some support in terms of navigation.
Moira was trying to get to that tower when I was with her.
Listen, honey. I need you to take me there. Can you do that?
This place is...
They find themselves in a Soviet-era bunker, where Barry finds a portrait of a man and a woman. He recognizes the man as Albert Wesker, the series antagonist. But here is when Natalia reveals the biggest secret.
Wesker.
She's so scary. I can't stand her.
Who? The woman here with Wesker?
That is Wesker. Alex Wesker.
The overseer is Alex Wesker, sister of Albert Wesker. The Wesker siblings were the product of a eugenics program created by Oswald E. Spencer, the founder of the Umbrella Corporation. In an effort to achieve immortality, Spencer experimented on a select group of people who he believed had superior genes. The Wesker project failed, however, and each of the Wesker siblings ended up succumbing to the virus. Even Alex Wesker, coming so close to achieving what Spencer wanted, ended up feeling an intense burst of fear right before shooting herself, which resulted in her mutation.
2 Weskers? You gotta be shitting me.
So you finally came. I knew you would.
The mutated Alex Wesker appears and tries to capture Natalia.
Moira!
You did all this for me?
Yeah. Sorry it took half a year. Fucking technology.
Fuck it right up the ass.
Suddenly, Moira appears and saves Natalia. Barry and Moira, now reunited, escape with Natalia as Alex Wesker chases them through the island.
Come on!
Oversee this, bitch.
Fuck yeah!
Just when all hope is lost, Claire appears and takes down Alex Wesker.
Look, Moira. I know I should have let you have your space.
It's okay. I gave you plenty of reasons to worry.
Our survivors have finally escaped the nightmare. Or have they? 2 years have passed since the incident. Claire is on her way to visit Barry and the girls.
So he's in China now?
However, at this time, we are unable to find
All
any
right.
connections to the White. Late last night, one of the BSA
Well, excuse me.
saying,
Hey, Paula, you see my jacket over there?
Natalia, are you upstairs? Come on down and get ready!
A cage went in search of a bird. But now, the bird is gone. The bird has changed.
And that was Resident Evil Revelations 2. Well, actually, that was the story in chronological order. The game is actually separated into 4 chapters. Each chapter, you jump between Claire and Barry's perspectives. And of course, because Barry arrived to the island 6 months later, you have a bit of a back and forth between those 2 timelines. Firstly, I think the enemy designs are some of the best in the entire series. Especially Alex Wesker's transformation. I think this insect-like design that she had maybe was a nod to the illustration of Metamorphosis, the cover of Franz Kafka's iconic novella, which is, of course, a source of huge inspiration for this plot. And not only does Alex Wesker herself say that she has a love-hate relationship with it, but that she also relates to Gregor, the protagonist of the novel. which of course she also shares the same fate as Gregor, ultimately in the end. In fact, all 4 chapters of the game are named after works of Kafka, and of course the legacy of Oswald Spencer being placed on the shoulders of Alex, the only surviving member of the Wesker project, I think shows this parallel between her and this dystopian authoritarian state in which the story is taking place of Metamorphosis. In fact, the pressure that Alex feels to get this work done is very reminiscent of the work being the priority of Gregor's life. Like, that's all he is ultimately to his family in the end, much like how Alex was literally created to achieve Spencer's dream of immortality. Of course, a stark contrast to the theme of family that oppresses is the sisterhood that Claire, Moira, Natalia, and of course special mention to Lottie,
Lottie's a she,
have with each other. Moira herself is working through the trauma of the incident with her sister and is ultimately able to save Claire's life by fighting through that memory. In fact, our main protagonist Claire is the polar opposite of the main antagonist Alex, where Claire has a brother in Chris who fights to save people. Alex had a brother in Albert whose thirst for power became his own undoing. Barry is a loving father who will go to the ends of the earth to protect his children, with Spencer not even acknowledging the Wesker children as his own, easily able to dispose of them once they don't serve a purpose anymore. Even TerraSave, the organization that Claire Redfield is a part of, is in stark contrast to the Umbrella Corporation, being field workers who are sent in to help people after the events of a bioterror attack, with the Umbrella Corporation often being the cause of one. The link between fear and memory is also a persistent theme throughout the game. PTSD and trauma from life experiences such as Moira's trauma with guns and the incident with her sister during their childhood is a prime example of how physiological the experience of fear is. It literally has the capability to reprogram your entire body. Of course, I use the word reprogram very intentionally because somehow Alex Wesker was able to digitize her consciousness, much like how fear, or rather an experience of fear, is able to reprogram the human body to the point where someone will have a automatic, immediate response to a stimuli that is a threat or a perceived threat. Although I wouldn't call Moira's phobia irrational by any means. I think the fear of guns is quite valid, but of course the experience of a loved one being hurt because of your own actions was definitely the primary focus of Moira's experience of fear. And speaking of memory, I think the final scene of the game definitely hints that either the memory transfer worked, or rather a part of Alex Wesker's consciousness is now inhabiting Natalia, which I think this would probably be the most dark outcome, because not only is Natalia's bodily autonomy being taken away from her, but this is actually the first time in the entire series where the villain was able to succeed in the end to some extent, and it would be very interesting to see if this plot point is ever picked up on. Maybe Alex Wesker's consciousness is slowly going to emerge, much like how a caterpillar once in a cocoon begins to liquefy and yet retain its memories even after coming into its butterfly form. In fact, the pod that Natalia was placed in very much resembles a cocoon in some ways. Could this be a sign that Alex Wesker is yet to emerge? Only time will tell.
Who the fuck is quoting poetry?